Well, I'll remember which one of these I'm supposed to start when I start this today. Um, I don't really remember. You know what? Let's just go with this one. I don't think it'll kick over. Doesn't look like it's streaming. Oh, there it goes. Um, Firist. Greg Guy is Firist. Okay. I would have put first, but I'll take Firist. So let me get this set up. I don't even have the Zoom going yet. Well, not too bad tonight actually, as far as Lorna getting off. They do have the issue of they've got to wait for the knock shift to get in, so that was a problem. Kenny Witten, hello, Ken. Hello, Kenny. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining again. And let me get the Zoom up and running. And yeah, that one's good. I'm going to have a discussion about Zoom. And Jeff Ryman says he was third. Tony Wallace says good evening. So now I can jump over here and start this a little bit better where I can see what's going on. And let's see if this is going to switch automatically to Zoom. And looks like it did not. So did my Zoom camera not start? That's a real good possibility because this camera is in there. And I don't know that I necessarily want that. So let me see if I can solve that problem. Okay, bear with me a minute, and wow, I don't recall having a camera set up in that scene, but looks like I do. Looks like Twidget is also there. I know that ain't right. Just 2 times today I've done a stream where I wasn't prepared to do the stream, but I wanted to get it going, and let's see if this is going to work here. Yeah, the host did have another. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, the host does have another meeting in progress. All right, let me go see what's going on with Zoom. No, it is my Zoom. Okay, so it is Zoom. It's just my Zoom because no one's dinged in yet to join. So that makes sense. Yep, camera's running. Yep, it is Zoom. It is good. It's where it should be, I think. Now, I'll know that for sure when someone chimes in and I let them in the room. I'll know that if it's correct or not. So Kenny Witten says hi, and Greg was first. Matthew Camp's in the chat room. Good evening, Matthew. And I got a message from Alex. Oh my goodness. So the Zoom information has not changed as far as I know. It should still be the same. If you would like to jump in and join on Zoom, let me know. Yeah. Speaking of something, I must show something I got today. I got this today. It says, senior discount, please. This was waiting on my porch when I got back this afternoon from dropping Lorna off at work and right before I went to the basketball game. And thank you, Robert. I laughed pretty good for this one. I appreciate that. So Jeff is saying still no joy, so maybe Zoom did change. Let me go check something real quick. Should be good. Nothing's changed. Oh, wait a minute. There is a change. What is changed here? My bad. I'll restart Zoom. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back. Yeah, no. Yeah. That was my fault on the Zoom. It should be good now. There we go. There we go. I'll try to explain that later. So Catherine said hello. This is a good one. Looks like there's Jeff. Hey, Alex.
Hey.
That was my fault. Clearly have got to go make an adjustment on here because obviously this is not right. So let's get everybody that's waiting in, and then I will adjust things accordingly. That's great. Adjust things accordingly. That's great. Somebody got an Alexa going?
That's probably my TV.
Who in the world? Yeah, that is just rude. Who would think I'm the senior? That's funny. I'd have liked to have it today, though. That would have come in handy. Yeah, I don't know why that did that. I checked it before I started it, and it showed I was using my normal Zoom code, but for some reason when it started, it didn't start the... No, Robert, I know you didn't. I did it earlier today, and it started with that other one I created, so beats me. Maybe I'll get a shirt that says "Senior Moment in Progress" or something. Who knows? All right, let me go figure out what's going on OBS, why I got this down here in Doug Betts's style, which is not what I want. So give me just a second to figure this out. Yeah, that was...
Hi, Jeff.
Evening.
Hi, Greg.
Hey.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello, Josh.
We got fun earlier tonight. I went to boot up my laptop, and I have an internet that made no sense. I just turned on the laptop now, and it didn't come back up, so I don't know what that was about.
It was about your Windows XP wallpaper program you use.
Yeah, it really didn't make any sense to me when I was reading it.
Yeah, well, this program, it just seemed to me like it was a random error that only comes up. That doesn't come up all the time. Only comes up every once in a while. So there's no way to like.
Well, that was the first time that internet came up. That's the first time I've ever seen it.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, Rick. Okay, that might have solved that problem. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Let me move that over there. That was a direct result of me playing around this afternoon with things. So, just out of curiosity, did the YouTube notification go through for this screen?
Yeah. I got it.
So now I can go actually release the one I did live earlier from the stadium, and that way I don't have to worry about exceeding my numbers. I didn't release it intentionally because I thought if I did, it would not get the notifications this evening, So everyone's going to get a quick notification, maybe. I'm not sure. But I just published it. So if you do, it's from this afternoon. If you don't, you can go search my channel and there's one on there. So, how is everybody today?
Good.
Good? Good. Greg?
Yeah, I'm alright. Did some laundry today. Made dinner.
Good.
A little cool and windy out today.
It was breezy. The sun was out. It was nice. I don't know what the temperature was. It was nice. I still have on my identification that allowed me to go into the suite at the stadium today. I guess I can take it off now. I'm not going to be able to sneak back in, I don't think.
Well, Rick texted me earlier and said it was 63 degrees there in Minnesota. It was 80 here. It was 80 here at the time.
63 is comfortable.
Yeah, it was more like 53. I might have said 63 by accident. But it was 53, a little bit of wind, and yeah, it was not bad. It was pretty decent. It was 64 today. It's supposed to be 70 tomorrow.
I got this taken off. Maybe I can show it a little bit easier here. That was the suite we were in, and then it was the Pacers versus Portland, and I think the date's on here somewhere. Yeah. So I got pictures I'll post once I get them off my phone and over on the computer. Real good game, real good time. Food was excellent.
Looked like it.
Oh, it was. I had. Boy, it was good. It was really good. So yeah, I was sitting here doing that stream about showing the thing with Davinci Resolve and the other one. And my son called. He said, "Do you want to go see the Pacer game?" And I'm like, "Sure." So he can get tickets to just about any venue that's going on. I've already politicked for Indianapolis 500 tickets. Yes, thank you very much. I did say I don't want to seem greedy, but and he just laughed. So I texted him a little bit ago because I have a surprise for Lorna if he can do this. Bear with me 1 second. If you see, these are all the concerts that are being held upcoming, and if you see that one right, oh, I can't show it. Right there it says Journey with special guest Toto. And it's May 5th, 5/5/2022. My son was born May 5th, so ironically enough, I'm not going to take him to the concert, but I do want to take Lauren if he can get me tickets to it. So we'll see. We'll see. Her first day of work went well, except just like everywhere else in the world, she had to wait for the knock shift to show up, and they come strolling in about 12 after. This is why I'm late. Hopefully over time they'll get responsible people in and will show up at work on time. Guess it's that way everywhere. So I have a little dilemma. I'm not going to go into any great detail, but I may be changing the Zoom code. I still haven't made up my mind how I want to handle a situation I'm aware of. If I do, I'll let everybody know. And if I do change it, I'm only going to change it by 1 digit. And what I might do is after we're no longer streaming, I'll say, okay, here's what the new code's going to be. And just have you guys, however you've got it copied and pasted on your computers, just change that 1 digit. And that way that will resolve this issue that I'm aware of. I think that's what I'm going to do. I have not decided 100% yet how I'm going to handle this. So
maybe you want to change it by more than 1 digit.
Well, I want to make it as easy. I mean, this has been so flawless for the last 2.5 months.
You gotta be careful how you do that, Catherine, because people like me have a hard time putting the code in on the iPhone or an iPad. It's easier to go in and do what Kim's saying and do it from the computer.
Yeah, but for security, it's bullshit.
True, very true. Both are good points. Yes, if I change it by 1 digit, and let's just say I change the 8 to a 9 or the 8 to a 6 or a 7, but and the code's still 7YM number BR number. Someone's going to figure out, oh, the code is wrong, and they may or may not start plugging numbers in to try to figure it out. So I don't know yet. I'll have this figured out by tomorrow as to what I'm going to do. So I would appreciate your feedback. I would appreciate your suggestions on what is best for you guys. It's real simple for me. I hit click, it starts it, and I'm done. I don't have to worry about it unless I go to my phone.
Right.
And then I just bring it up on the screen and copy and paste it. So
I keep your email. Yes, with
right.
the link with the code.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
So then
Well, I don't even know where that email is.
Yeah, well, if you're not organized, that's.
No, I keep every. I have it saved on my computer. I have it with Doug, Tim, and you in the notepad on the computer. So all I have to do is type it in.
Yep. That's it.
Yes.
No, a lot of people do that way.
So I keep your email. I copy the passcode. Yes. And then I put the passcode in. Yes. Like copy and paste.
I have it memorized.
Sorry.
I said I have it memorized.
Yeah. Well, that's another option. Yes. To use your brain. If you don't want to use your brain, I know it more or less, yes, but I don't have it fully memorized, yes. I mean, it's not that I fear that someone will adopt me and press me for this code, yes.
You're talking to a guy. You're talking to a guy, Catherine, that has his grandma's credit card number, expiration date, and 3 digits on the back. Also memorized. So I have it.
I know my credit card number stuff too, yes. I have that memorized as well, yes. But this passcode is not something that I memorize, yes.
If you guys have got your credit card numbers memorized, that's really good. I don't have. The only number I got memorized is maybe my social security number.
I have to memorize too. Which one do you want? The Colombian one or the Swiss one?
I'm trying to remember what else I have memorized. I'll just stick with the social security number for now.
I also memorized. I also have all the books of the Bible memorized.
Wow.
All the text of all the books?
No, just all the names of.
Oh, the names of all
I
the
learned that from a song on a cassette ages ago, and it's just stuck with me.
You're going to say if you got the other one, you have an eidetic memory.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Woo. We'll call you Sheldon Cooper Cheek.
I would just change one thing and leave everything else alone. Because if I have to do it from my laptop, or I have to do it from the keyboard, it's really hard for me to do the key.
Well, there's all kind of alternatives on how I can handle this. I'm just trying to think of the easiest for you guys. Because like I said, I hit a button, I start Zoom, I'm done. I don't have to do anything. It's very simple for me. Even when Robert will start a Zoom session when I'm asleep and he's getting off in the morning, it notifies me that I've been logged out because I've been logged in elsewhere. I just re-log back in and same difference. I just hit the same button. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a heads up on that.
The big keyboard is hard for me to do. Now I have a bigger keyboard at the house that has white letter, and they're a lot bigger than this. So it's a lot easier for me to type on that keyboard
Yes.
than it is a regular keyboard.
But why don't you just mark it and do Control C and Control V?
Was that the cats having a moment there, Catherine?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
Or the professor will just put it in a notepad for you and do what he's been doing and just log in.
Right, and I appreciate that. But when I'm at home and I have the right stuff available, more than likely I can log myself in. But if I'm out in the community like I'm here at Miami, I'm not going to bring an extra keyboard just so that I can log in. It's just easier to have someone else do it until I get back home.
True. Very true. So Tony just made a comment on the. I did make the short little video I did from the game public. He made a comment on that. Very enjoyable.
Maybe it would help if you use a password manager you can use on your phone and on your PC too.
That's a thought. Yeah, that's a thought. I was gonna go check something, but I don't remember what it was now.
What do you think, Alex? That would make it.
Well, Josh doesn't log in with a Zoom account. So if we made him a Zoom account, Ken could just send the link like he did to me earlier without the passcode attached to it. And it basically uses your Zoom password as the password. So
Right.
So it would just be just a link with the ID number for the meeting, and you just click on that and it lets you write in.
Can't you just make a shortcut with the URL and put question mark PWD equals the password on the end of that? On the end of the link?
Well, why can't we make a shortcut on the desktop? Would that work?
Without an account, I don't think it will. Does he have to have an account, Alex? So Jeff, I don't know if you.
Earlier this afternoon, when you sent me that link, it had the meeting ID, but it had no password.
Right.
That means that if you don't have an account, that if you're not logged in to Zoom with an account, that you can't join the meeting.
Okay. So Jeff, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I got this today from Amazon.
Yeah. I gotta say, you're a little young to be a senior.
Well, no, I dye my hair, so it makes me look young. I had to laugh today. They did a ceremony for the servicemen at halftime, I think it was, and they identified about 20 members of the service. Mm-hmm. And when they were done, I went down to my son and I said, "They forgot one." And he looked at me, goes, "Like, who'd they forget?" And I said, "They forgot Sergeant Stout." And he just laughed.
The other alternative, Ken, other than everybody having a Zoom account, and you sending out just the link with just the ID,
right?
No password, because of the way you got the account set up on the website would be to just use an auto-generated and use a different link every time with a different number and password like you had before.
Let me ask you a dumb question here. When I log into Doug's session, I've got a URL and question mark on the end, PWD equals, and the password he set up. And I could use that before I had a Zoom account. So why can't I just make a similar string for yours and put that in a shortcut on the desktop?
Give me just a second, and I will attempt.
Well, let me try that if you want. I'll duck out, and you can.
I have a question. Zoom chat.
The picture in the Zoom chat. That's an Alex question.
How do you post a picture in the Zoom chat? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I don't think that is possible.
You can.
Can I share my screen to show you what my keyboard looks like?
Sure.
You can send the link.
I don't know how to do that.
Copy and paste. Control C, Control V. This is
This black keyboard is the keyboard that I use at home. If I don't use a keyboard like this, it's really hard for me to type because the letters are too small on a regular keyboard. This keyboard is specially made for Zoom chat people,
it's
and it has software that goes along with it.
it's for people that have trouble with
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So as long as I'm using that keyboard,
So
I won't. As long as I'm using that keyboard, I won't have any problem signing in. But the moment I'm not using that keyboard, that's when I have a problem signing in. Because the letters on a regular keyboard are too small for me to see.
Ken,
Yeah.
I've got a shortcut set up that I want to try out. So I'm going to leave the meeting and click my shortcut. It's just like a shortcut to any other web thing and see if it works.
Okay.
So goodbye for a minute.
See you in a minute. I was trying to compare Doug's link to my link, and his link's a little different than mine. Mine doesn't have all that. Apparently it worked. Wow.
Well, it's because you're using your personal meeting, which has the password in the link. But if you were to just use a uncheck that box that says use PMI and you use randomly generated one, then it would just be just the ID number and there'd be no password. So therefore, to get in, you'd have to.
Right, but Doug has set that up permanently too. He's not using a random generator, I don't think.
Okay, but it didn't enter the password for me automatically. Although my link, I made a string with the URL and then I put question mark PWD equals on the end, just like on Doug's is.
Right.
And yours did not enter the password for me. I had to go back and copy and paste the password, even though it was already there. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. That's why I didn't get right in, just boom, boom. I had to go back and copy the password again. So you and Doug's meeting are not set up exactly the same in some minor respect, apparently.
Right, because on Doug's, when I'm looking at the link right now, and it says the passcode question mark PWD equals, and then it's got a long string of NJQXD.
Right, I mean, but that's just what he set up, right?
I'm gonna probably guess it is, yeah.
So what would be not the same about yours?
I don't know.
Shorter, but does that matter?
Any guys, I mean, I don't know Zoom, but I don't think we would have set it up that big. I believe it's generated someplace.
Yeah, that's a million characters long. I mean, it's practically got every letter in the alphabet in it except for
the password, the letters and numbers after the PWD in the actual link is not the actual password. It's the encrypted version of the password.
Right.
Do we know how to get that?
When I first met Doug,
Matter of fact, take a look at the passcode. It's 2038 for Doug's.
Okay, but I mean, all I've got is what he sent me in an email. It's got this long, apparently, what is the encrypted password.
Yeah,
When I put
passcode also.
Yeah, okay.
when I met Doug, and I wanted him to work on the crappy laptop that I bought, I had to go to Albany and Redview. The second time, or the third time he did it, he was able to put an icon on the desktop to where if I can't get a hold of Alex, all I have to do is click on that icon, and he can come in remotely and help me with my computer, regardless of what time of day or night it is. Now,
That icon is just a shortcut of some type.
right, what I'm saying is, it's easier for me to click on something on the desktop than it is for me to type. But I have to make changes. But I have to make the changes through all the computers. And then I have to go back and reback everything up. I don't want to have to do all that.
Well, the thing is, what we need apparently is the encrypted version of Ken's password.
Right.
And
I'll
I
get
don't
with
know
Doug.
what algorithm they're using. I assume there's some standard Zoom algorithm they use.
You should be able to go into your Zoom account, Ken, under meeting and personal meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be an option in there somewhere in there to copy the link, and that will give you the encrypted version of the password like Jeff is asking for.
And then you can just make a shortcut on the desktop. You double click your shortcut whenever you want to get in the meeting.
Well, last time we tried this, it was a disaster, so we'll see what happens this time. So, where do I want to go? Meetings, personal rooms, or what?
Meeting and personal room on the Zoom website.
Right. And then what?
I have to log myself in. If you can.
All right, hang on.
You can my account or you can share.
Hang on. It's going to lock Zoom up, but that's fine. So am I in the general right area?
Yes.
Okay, so it says encryption is enhanced encryption.
Click on I think it's copy invitation at the bottom. Click on copy invitation and the link down link down to the bottom there is the but that's not it.
That actually looks to be, no, that doesn't look like it's it either. All right, let me send this to, let me stop sharing that for a moment. And Jeff, I'm going to send you a chat in Zoom to you.
Okay.
Nothing against you other guys, but
okay, I'll copy it into my shortcut and then see what happens. See if I can make it work.
See what happens.
Is some setting in your, remember when we changed all the settings in your Zoom account, Ken?
I do.
It's something about one of the settings we changed in your Zoom account, because I clicked on the little green shield and it just has the meeting ID and not the randomly encrypted password. And if I do a meeting, if I start up a meeting, it has that PWD equals in the long encrypted password.
If we can't figure it out, I'll get with Doug and we'll get it worked out.
Yeah, no, I've got two links in there. One is just your regular link, where it says join Zoom meeting, and it's got your regular meeting ID.
Right.
Nothing else. And the second one looks very similar.
Yeah. Why don't you log out of this one and try the second one and see what happens?
Okay, let me copy that second one.
I'm kind of curious as to what happens. There was a question asked in the stream why I did something. The short version of that answer is it's my channel. If you want to get with me privately later, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna log out a minute. It'll take me a minute or two to.
Okay, get rid of everybody. When he goes this time, we'll jump to that other creation I made. Oh, damn it, he was still there.
I'm not trying to be a pain, but I'm trying to make it easier for me.
I'm trying to make it easier for everybody. And it may or may not have, I may not have to, I don't know, but if I have to, I have to. I don't know yet. Okay?
For me, just send me your email and it's fine.
I will. Yeah, I will let everybody know. I've got one way or the other. I've got everyone's email, everyone's Facebook, everyone's Messenger, everyone's chat. One way or the other, we will know. I mean, I'm not going to leave anybody in the dark, by no means. So, oh, you know what? He can't get back in.
You better not leave me in the dark. I'll have the DTs.
Do you have my Hotmail?
That one I don't have. No.
Or my Yahoo?
Nope.
Or my CompuServe?
0 for 3, but I have one, right?
Well, if we make any changes, we gotta let Jim know.
Major BBS?
No.
We can't leave Jim in the book.
No, I won't. I won't. I will not.
You know, you screw around, you end up blocking everybody out to yourself.
Probably. That's what's going to end up happening.
It took me, I think, to your Zoom account.
And I bet you didn't get right in, did you?
Well,
oh, it took me to my Zoom account?
Took me to somebody's Zoom account. I didn't try to get in. I just saw that wasn't going to be it.
So clearly that's not right then. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get with Doug and we'll figure it out. In the meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll leave it the way that it is. So just keep using the same length until you hear otherwise. I mean,
I'm just trying to take what you gave us and make a string that looks like Doug's string.
Sure.
But evidently, I need the encrypted version of your passcode.
Yeah, and I'm not.
I don't know what algorithm they're doing for that.
Yeah, and I don't have the knowledge to figure it out.
So.
No, that says that's an invite link, Jeff. That says invite link, HTTPS, blah, 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 US2. Okay. So.
Well, anyway, but it wasn't logging me in automatically or whatever. So.
It would be nice if we could set it up to do that.
Well, I'll let you get with Sensei Bets and figure it out.
Now, I'm going to ask for the 7th bets, actually.
Okay.
Okay,
Alex, check chat, please. Do what, Gary?
How much you in the bets?
Yeah, that was kind of the joke going around when he did his, posted the thing about the big base build. I think everyone jumped over that a couple times.
So if you would have bought that, you get back. Hey, yes.
Do what, Rick?
Ken, I'm sorry, I have to go to bed so my cat can calm down because he wants to go in the other room. And I do not want him in the other room during the night because if he has to go to the toilet, he cannot come out.
No problem. Right? No problem.
So I'm sorry.
But, you're fine. No need. Yep.
Tomorrow I gladly join again, yes?
And we will be here waiting for you, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Sleep well, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Says the passcode, once you log into Zoom Cloud by going to HTTPS Tennessee Zoom US/recording, click the share button beside the recording for which you need the passcode. This passcode will be listed as dots.
That's for if somebody recorded a meeting and put a passcode on the recording, but he's not recording the meeting.
No. Well, this will be interesting. We'll see if it kicks me out. So if I get kicked out, it will be Gary will be the host if I get kicked out. I'm just going to see what happens here when I do this. That is correct. So that one will work. I'll share my screen and show you what came up when I put in
I've
that.
got one more thing I'm going to try here.
So when I put in the US02webzoom.us 702317, my number, hashtag whatever, this kicked over to this. And if I cancel this and then hit launch meeting, it comes back up. I will be able to join from a browser. So I'm going to cancel it again. I'm going to see if I can join my own meeting from the browser. I shouldn't be able to, but I'm going to click join from browser, and it's going to let me in, but I've got the infinity screen. So that's kind of interesting. I can stay participant, or I can reclaim the host. So I don't want that. I'm going to just X out of that, and then I'll stop.
That might be easier for me because we could put a favorite in my browser if we go that route.
Yeah, I sent it to Alex. I'm waiting for him to log out and give it a shot and see if it works. Log out of this one, Alex, and click on, copy and paste that link I sent you and see if it'll let you log in.
Because I have my browser running the finger clock on my computer.
It looks like Jeff is trying it too. So there's Jeff. He's back. Now I could be mean and lock the meeting, and Alex will never get back in, but I won't.
Nope, didn't work.
Wow, that's weird. So here, Jeff, try this. Let me send you just this one here, just to you, and see if this works, Jeff.
All right.
Just copy and paste that link and see if it works.
Okay, that's what I normally do, is just that link, and then I enter the password separately.
Oh, you still have to enter the password.
Yep.
See, I did. Well, I'm the host too, so maybe not. Do what, Alex?
Yeah, that's exactly what I normally put. And then I do a Control C. Okay, I've got all of your stuff saved in a Word file.
Yeah.
And I double click or single click on the link, whichever the hell it is I do, and then I have highlighted the passcode, and I do a Control C and a paste to get in once it asks me for the passcode.
Okay. Alex, I'm guessing it didn't work for you either?
No, it did not. I had to, the link did, and I was able to click on open, but I had to enter the password.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave it the way that it is right now for right now. I am going to go ahead and lock this meeting again. Who left? Somebody leave?
Apple left.
Yeah. She left a while ago.
Yeah, she left a minute ago. Jeff left. No, Jeff's still here.
No, I'm here. Yeah, I'm done screwing around for now. Obviously, didn't know what I was confused. Didn't know what I was doing.
When I tried to do the copy paste, it added pound success to the string. And when I tried to put a password on it,
yeah, I'll just send Doug an email and we'll figure it out. I mean,
Ken, there's a link in chat that shows you how to find the password and how to copy it and send it to somebody to invite.
Okay. Yeah, I just brought it up.
Yeah, but that's not the long password. It's not the encrypted password, which is what Doug has.
Right. And
I think what happened is when we did all those changes a while back in Ken's Zoom account, somehow he disabled the encrypted password, and I don't remember how we did it.
It's a good possibility. That is a good possibility. But for now, it will remain the same. as long as I remember to check the stupid little box that says use my personal ID. Unlike tonight. So, anyway. So, anyone got anything on their mind? Questions? Thoughts? Did anyone see the stream I did earlier today when I was trying to build something in Davinci Resolve?
Yeah, I was trying to get into that screen, but no one will let me in.
Is that the one I commented on when I was eating lunch?
That was the one that I was in, and in order to get into that meeting, the reason why Josh wasn't able to get in is because he doesn't have a Zoom account. In order to get into that meeting, you have to be logged into a Zoom account.
Right. Probably was, Greg. I remember your comment, but I don't remember what it was right now.
Well, I asked if there was going to be entertainment from the Stout Entertainment.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Yep.
Well, you said it was that you and Lorna were in the same meeting, so that's why I asked. I thought maybe you guys had a new vaudeville routine or something.
No.
Like George and Gracie or something.
Oh, gosh, no. No. Don't see that ever happening, to be frank.
Well, I thought it was going to be something like, say goodnight, Lorna.
Oh, gosh, no.
We went out to lunch today. I mean, it's not important, but the funny part was they have a big sign as you walk in, and it's not expensive. It's not cheap. You know, it's not McDonald's. That we clean tables after each guest leaves. I'm not kidding. I'm like, oh.
And Ken, there it is on the screen.
Yeah, I'm reading.
Settings.
I like the purple.
Is that in the link you sent me, or is that a different link?
This is a different one. You want me to send it to you?
Yes, please.
I like the purple, Greg. Where did you get that at?
Purple.
Yeah.
Just what's in his browser, I bet. There's something showing on that link.
It's a Firefox thing.
I won't use Firefox.
Put on your browser, but I'm sure Microsoft Edge has something similar.
Okay, I sent it, Ken.
Yep, I just seen it pop
Yeah,
up.
Josh, you need to switch over and use a good browser.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
It's like a good phone is an iPhone according to Gary.
According to sales.
Yeah.
People want to buy the good phone. Yeah.
No, it's like anybody. See, I go all the way back to Mosaic for a browser.
I remember that.
How about Netscape?
Yeah,
I remember
Netscape
that.
and whatever. And the old Internet Explorer. Now, I continue to use Firefox because it keeps the bookmarks on the left where God intended them to be.
Actually, do that.
Bookmarks? What are bookmarks?
It's personal preference. That's what that amounts to.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's between me and the Almighty. So.
I know you said your wife didn't look at your computer.
So.
I got a question for Gary.
Yeah.
I updated my BIOS,
Yes, sir.
and last night I noticed that now it says this PC can run Windows 11 under my settings.
You probably reset TPM or secured boot.
It says found TPM 2.0 in the BIOS, but it's grayed out. I can't change it like it was in the previous version.
Microsoft for that.
They changed the BIOS.
No, I'm saying that your BIOS manufacturers changed it, because some of them are doing that.
Right, I agree.
Yes.
So the BIOS manufacturers are They're probably getting enough of a
Yeah,
kickback or arm twisting from
Sounds like-
Microsoft. They're trying to lock you in.
that's what I was gonna say. It sounds like the motherboard manufacturers are trying.
I agree. Is there anything I can do?
You don't have to.
Can you revert to the previous version?
No, it hasn't sent me the package yet.
No, just don't, when they offer it, don't accept it.
Okay,
Seriously. But the TPM 2.0, Windows 10 also uses some of it.
right.
And that's why the BIOS manufacturer probably wants it on.
Then, hold on. When I go to the Dell website on my computer, and I tell it to download the module, the driver for the TPM 2.0, it won't install it. It won't install it at all.
Is that something you can install from inside of Windows, or do you have to be at the BIOS level to do that?
I don't know. I have enabled TPM 2.0 in my BIOS yet. But whenever I tell it to install it, it doesn't need it.
You already have it in an earlier version of the BIOS?
Why, thank you.
Maybe.
I think the room wants to say hi.
Oh, hi, senior citizen.
Hello.
She just said, hi, senior citizen. Do you believe this? My own wife said, hi, senior
Hi,
citizen.
everybody. Look at his
Hey.
shirt. He's like,
Hey, you get discounts when you're a senior citizen.
oh, good, good. Look at that.
Look, she's not even taller than the senior here. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make fun of me.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah, the baby's due any day now. Oh, baby.
Yeah, it got wrong, huh? Instead of me getting pregnant, you're getting pregnant.
We're also going to get rich, too, but it's going to be very painful for me.
Okay, guys.
Did you call me senior?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
It's a T-shirt.
I know, but it belongs to you.
No, didn't have my name on it.
Nice try.
Okay, go ahead, resume. I'm sorry.
Did we decide what we're doing on Tuesday night?
I think we did.
So you're just gonna make a recording of it then?
I am, and we're gonna send the recording to Doug after it's done, so I don't have to put up with everybody's opinions in the Zoom. Other than yours.
Okay.
I'm not invited.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to critique you afterwards. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Will that be fine with you, Jeff?
Yep.
You don't care when you yell at Alex. Do it now, do it later. We'll pretend like you're an employee.
So what are you doing Tuesday night that's so hush hush secret? Should I start the music to Mission Impossible now?
No.
Oh,
We have to
we're just gonna restore the image that I took from the HP and put it on the Dell. Hope and pray that it works, because it's going from, it's a HP image going to a Dell computer.
I can tell you right now that's not a good idea. Look at Doug with the Beast.
Yeah, all the drivers are gonna be bad.
That is not a good idea. But hey, if you want to mess it up, go for it.
Well, we can take out the HP driver.
Not before you do it.
Hey guys, I got bad news. I gotta run. I gotta go meet somebody for a little bit.
Gotta go make that money.
Yeah, I was hoping they were gonna wait till tomorrow, but they wanna get this done tonight.
Give me the number. I'll call them. I got my phone right here. All right, Rick. Be safe.
Good, you guys. Goodbye.
Good night.
Take
Be
care,
safe.
guys. Take care.
Tell them your service hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, Friday only.
Yeah, I would do that if it would work.
Read the fine print.
Yeah, all right. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Be sort of like
Well,
Doug
how
the
would
last
you,
time. Might have a CPA client or something. This is their.
Yeah, they serve busy season, sure.
So how would you recommend we do that?
Why do you want to do this?
I told you how I would do it is just put Windows 10 on, just put Windows 10 on it, reinstall all the stuff we did before, reinstall her games, and make her re-log into all her games. The problem is she don't know her. The problem is the only reason why we're doing this is because she wants to be able to play her games, and we don't know.
Who's this, Josh's aunt?
Yes, and she doesn't know. We can reinstall the games, but she doesn't know her passwords, and she refuses.
No, she doesn't want to put them in, is what she doesn't want to do.
Why don't you just export the passwords?
She doesn't want to have to put them in.
No,
Right.
Import the passwords.
What about that thing that Doug uses that saves profiles of stuff that's in your installed software? What is that one
PC
backup
data
thing?
backup. I think it's PC data backup.
No, that's
Handy backup.
somebody's backup thing.
Fab backup?
Yeah, Fab's backup.
That's
AV.
Yeah, and it, according to Doug, it exports profiles for the software that you're using. Yeah. You might ask Doug if that includes passwords for stuff like that. He would probably know the answer to that.
But if her passwords are saved in her browser, Alex can export them.
Right.
I'm thinking all she has to do is log into her Microsoft account.
That too?
Does she use Edge?
Yeah.
That'll work.
So I'm thinking if we restore the backup of this computer, and then she logs back into her Microsoft account, it'll take everything that's on this computer and put it back to the way it was. The only thing we'll have to do is take out the HP driver and install the developer. Right?
You saw all the hell Doug was going through trying to do something like that on the big beast.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Two different brands.
You know, Doug has only been doing it 40 years, and if he was having trouble, that to me is a non-starter.
Find some way to save the password somehow or other. Talk to Doug about Fab's backup. See if Fab saved the passwords from her profile for all these games or something. I don't understand what it's doing exactly. It's not an image backup, but it does some other kind of a backup.
Can someone email him and tell him what's going on?
Tony Wallow asking chat, would a clone be better?
No.
With who?
Clone?
That's what Doug was trying to do. You don't want to. You're not going to be able to load an HP onto a Dell. It just isn't going to happen. They're both too proprietary and too different.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's one of those things where some backup programs purport to be able to change computers and from an image backup and go out and find all the right drivers, but that always seemed like a pretty dodgy thing to do from my viewpoint, but I'm not a tech, so
Okay,
take that for what it's
let
worth.
me think out loud a minute. Alex, you have a backup of his aunt's. You have an image or a backup of his aunt's computer, yes?
I have an image of his aunt's computer with Windows 11 the way it is right now.
Okay, which would have all of her information on it as far as the logging in for the games. No?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an HP? Do you have an HP that you have access to that you can put that image on that computer? Or will you have? Doesn't Josh have an HP laptop?
Yeah.
Why don't you put her image on his laptop and see if you can access her games?
I will guarantee you that isn't going to happen.
It won't happen?
The laptop is so much different than desktop drivers.
Really?
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
I'm not saying
Alex,
you know,
forget that idea.
I mean, everything that's on the laptop is not on a desktop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The motherboard.
Yeah, and probably vice
What
versa.
about Gary? What about if I just what if we deleted all of what if we deleted all of the HP drivers from the computer the way it is now? Took another image, and then when we restored the image to the Dell, it wouldn't have any of the drivers, so we could just load the Dell drivers.
Hmm.
This is one time I'm trying to really be on your side, but I just go back and look at the fellow Doug that Doug's been doing this for 30, 40 years. And if it went slow with him, you'd say, hey, Gary, you did it, look. But I'm throwing it back and say, look, it's been done how long they couldn't make it work without rebooting it or reloading it.
Question.
So, is her HP computer not working or what?
Just old.
Old.
So
It hasn't been about it like 2015.
I mean, I understand she doesn't want to, but wouldn't the simplest thing simply to be to read it, get her all the freaking passwords into the games?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer. That's what we did to begin with. Is we just we clean installed a Windows 10, but we couldn't. But we discovered.
Does she not have all of them, or
Yeah,
are
he
they
has all.
saved in her browser, or what?
Yeah, he has all of them.
How many games are there?
Not that many.
Like 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Does she not trust Josh with the passwords, or?
Not that I like Windows 11, but Windows 11 she likes put the 4 games on, go in yourselves and put the passwords in, and she doesn't have to do it the first time.
Right.
Well, we don't. Josh doesn't know the passwords.
You just said he did.
No, I don't.
Well,
She wrote them down in a book, and I can't read them.
What's her number? I'll call her, and then you can sneak in and get the book.
That won't work because I can't read the passwords anyway.
You can show it up in the camera. We'll read them. Just give me the number and let me handle the rest. What's your aunt's name, by the way? I don't want to call her the wrong name.
Mary-Ann.
Okay, good thing I asked. I was going to call her Betty.
we're from Microsoft, and we don't share common passwords. You give them to us.
Are they saved in her browser, or what?
Yeah.
Then after you do a clean install, sync with where they're saved.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there's a thought.
Edge, Firefox, whatever that, Chrome, whatever she's using. If they're saved in the browser and the browser's been synced, you ought to be able to get them back that way.
The browser thing.
Then, before you do any, before it's gotten off her old machine or whatever, do a clean install on the other machine. Log in with her account in Edge or whatever you're using. Sync it up and see if you can get to the games that way. Then she doesn't even have to enter them.
HP is still the way you want it if everything goes wrong. Because you're not messing with HP.
I mean, in my old age, I tend to look at the simplest damn thing I can do so I can't screw it up.
Yeah.
And even then, I manage sometimes, so. I gotta check on something, guys. I'll be back in a second.
I agree with Jeff. Keep it as simple as you can. Kenny Witten asked in the chat room, would Windows activate if you put that image on a different PC?
I believe so, as long as because both PCs in question have the same have a Windows 10 Home license baked in the motherboard, which will also activate Windows 11 Home.
Yeah, the thinking capability on her browser with her Microsoft account. Everything is on. Password, yeah.
So you're
It
using
all-
her. You're using her computer right now.
With that,
Are
yeah,
you using her computer right now?
yeah.
Don't change it too much in case what you guys do on Tuesday doesn't work.
Right.
She still has her computer ready to go. I mean, the worst happens.
Well, we haven't worked it out, but
No, what I'm saying, no matter where, when, she still would have HP no matter what happens. And if you put the sledgehammer to the Dell, she'll still have her HP computer.
right. But the original plan was I make it look like the HP. We give the HP to my cousin. But then we're gonna wipe the computer anyway. Because I don't think my cousin could be running Windows 11 on it. Because it's not capable of running.
That's either here or there. As long as you make sure she's happy, that's the most important one. Then the cousin give a blank computer to a flash drive and do whatever he wants.
But yeah, they both have Windows 10 home.
And Tony Waddle asks, isn't the key tied to the motherboard?
Yeah, the Windows key is the last thing I'm worried about anymore because it'll always activate.
Actually, the other thing is Dell and HP both have them in the motherboard by default. You'll have trouble putting Pro on that machine.
Okay. Good question, Tony. Everyone seems to be in agreement that yes, the answer is it is.
So that's the problem with it. If you want to right now, you want to load it up brand new like, and you want to put Pro on it, it's just say, goodbye, it's not going to ask you what kind of machine it is. It's going to just load it. Home.
Yeah, I've got that problem on my HP laptop sitting here. I upgraded it to Pro using my Pro license key, but that was after I had installed Home.
You had to put a temporary key in there probably.
I can't answer that question, Alex. I'm not real technical savvy, in case you haven't figured that out.
Well, if it detects the key in if the setup detects the key in the motherboard, it won't even ask you for a key.
Dell is famous for that. They don't like changing the key.
So the only way to change the key or to upgrade the edition of Windows is to wait till you actually get into Windows and go to change product key.
And actually, the product keys that are quote legitimate won't let you change from Home to Pro unless you have the Wonder Microsoft cells. So what you have to do is you have to change the product key with what's called a temporary key. And that's going to blow up at 99%, and then you're going to reboot, and then you can change it to the Pro key that you buy from one of those places.
Well, I didn't buy a Pro key from one of those places. The Pro keys I have are from my college.
Educational as opposed to enterprise, as opposed to something the average person buys. You can't go buy that and say, you can't go say, hey, I'm Gary, can I buy that? You gotta prove you're a student. At my age, I'm not a student.
The problem is I don't really want to blog with the guy. He already has enough to deal with me trying to work with.
We'll get it figured out one way or the other. We'll get it figured out. Like I said, we have a month.
Yeah, I think what you said though, Alex, is just redo the Dell, and then just load the games, then put the stuff from Edge, let it sync, and then go in each game yourselves.
Sounds right. Yeah.
It should work.
Yes.
What do you
That's
think?
what I would prefer to do.
What do you think? Leave the image on the thermal drive?
Don't image anything. You don't need an image. So that's what Doug, I don't mean Doug got in trouble, but Carrie set that up in Windows 10 Pro because you need Pro for the memory. That's another discussion. And then Doug tried to use the backup, or actually I think it was a clone, if I'm not mistaken, from his other computer. And that's where he got all kinds of trouble. And he finally went back to Carrie's setup.
Right, Doug was going from pro to home when he needed pro, when he didn't realize it at first. But we're not doing that. We're just going home to home.
Right.
No, he still tried to do a clone of his machine with all the programs, and they wouldn't use it because of the beast had different drivers.
That big day, he would take all the AP stuff out and then run the Dell update utility and just have Dell go in and put all the drivers. I think that would work.
Yes.
If it does, good luck. I would not do that.
Here's the $1 million question. If you try that and it doesn't work, are you going to be able to put it back to the state that it originally sits in right now?
That would be bad. As long as you have something to do that HP, I would say have a good time. If you don't want to touch the communication, you got to give it back to her.
Well, if his way doesn't work, I can go on Dell website and download the image, and that will put it back to Windows 10.
Yeah, but you don't want to mess with the HP.
Right, I'm not messing with the AP. The AP thing here.
Yeah, you want to take data off, not put anything on or delete anything on it.
Right. We're not messing with the AP until we get the Dell taken care of. Once we get the Dell taken care of and we get the Dell up and running the way he wants it, then we'll make the AP and wipe the AP out.
You're going to make sure, before you do anything, you're going to make sure she likes what you give her.
Right.
So I will guarantee you, 2 weeks from now, she's going to call and say something's not right.
Yeah.
Or where did 1/3 go? Or what's this 300 meg download from Fortnite or whatever it was?
It's lower thirds, not 2/3.
Not 1/3. Okay, 3/3. Are you happy?
Yeah, there you go. Wait, 3/3? You mean I'm missing some?
What about 4/3?
I like that. I like that as a paycheck.
Yeah, let me grab a cord here and see if I can get these pictures I can show you guys from this afternoon. Be right back.
I think that's a go where you take $8 to your paycheck. And I went to payroll where I tried to tell them I went overtime. They said I had to sign for it.
What, when you were working at 6 o'clock the other day?
Yeah. I was actually talking to somebody in another country.
Honestly, what I would do, even though I'm getting the computer on my phone today, I would rather help my aunt phone, get her up and running, and then worry about my computer. Once I get her figured out.
Well, what do you got to do with your computer? It's coming.
I have to put reset the goal on it. I think the professor is going to go in and make changes so that they can't turn it off.
I'm going to try, but there's no guarantee. But I'm going to try to do everything I can to make it harder.
And I make a default Windows screen that says do not turn off.
That's what I plan on. That's what I plan on doing.
Alex, I love beating the hell out of you. I'm sorry. But you put that there and I see it, I yank the plug. You do it at school, and I'll give you credit and say that, but in school, there's a professor or an IT administrator that would give them hell if they did something wrong. If somebody comes to his room and they see that, they're going to say, who are you to tell me what to do? And you're going to yank the plug. Because they already know they shouldn't shut it off, that's why they're shutting it off. It's in his room, and he's either not there or asleep. And if you put a note up there and I see it and I'm them, I'd say, what the F is it? And I'd pull the plug out of the wall. Then you got real problems with Windows.
No, really, I already typed a note that says, please do not turn off the computer when I'm away.
They do it now though, don't they?
Yeah.
Tell them not to and see how it works in the next 4 days. If you put a message on the computer, they're still going to turn it off. They're just going to say, how dare you put a message on the computer.
It's my computer. It's not theirs.
Well, then tell them not to take turn it off, and why are they turning it off?
Because I figure when I'm away, if Alex needs to do something, he can do it while I'm away.
Well, then why are they turning it off? I'm not trying to
Right,
get
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you putting a message on the screen is not to stop them. Why are they doing it?
I have no idea.
Why don't you ask them? I'm not trying to give you. I don't want to give you the warning. I apologize, but you have somebody literally coming in your room, shutting your personal, private computer off. You might be writing notes to your wife. You might be writing notes to your aunt. Email. You want them going through that stuff, do you?
No. They can't turn it off now because it's unplugged.
They can't pull the plug.
They can't now because it's unplugged.
The what?
It's not connected.
That's what they'll do, and I'll guarantee you, is they'll pull the plug on you. I mean, literally pull the plug out of the wall.
Yeah.
You know, shut up.
It's not connected. It's not hooked up.
No computer stuff on? Okay, then you are right.
It's not hooked up right now.
Then what are you looking at?
I'm saying when I get the new one, they might start doing it. That's why I wrote the note.
And
Where I put the note. Typed up the note.
I'm sorry. One more time. Why are they doing it? Unplugging it.
I don't know.
Okay. And why would a note make them stop?
I have no idea.
So it wouldn't.
No.
It's already coming to your room right now and turning it off without your permission.
Right.
So a note saying don't do it is not going to stop them from doing it.
Right.
I mean, Alex's school, which I totally agree, Alex was right there. He had a professor who could fail somebody doing that, or an IT administrator who could take them off the computers doing it. You have no authority behind you saying don't touch this. Or if you did, you could have authority to go there right now and tell them not to touch your computer, and they wouldn't.
The problem is I can do all the software changes you want, but when you're not there, and I'm not there, and nobody's there, nobody can see what they're doing. And if you don't have a camera or something in there, you can't get a notification and holler at them.
Yeah, but my question, Alex, carefully, and I'm not being nasty, listen. Right now, without permission, they go into his room, correct?
Right.
And they turn the computer off without his permission, correct?
Right.
Right.
Okay, he's got a new computer, but who cares? He's got a nice new computer. Why won't they turn that computer off? Now, don't worry about what you're going to do next. So we agree they would turn that one off also, correct?
Right.
So your idea is put a message up there. Do not turn off because Alex said so. Pardon me. What I'm going to say starts with an F. Alex. F. Alex. I'm going to turn it off. Matter of fact, they'll be upset that Josh tried to tell them what to do. Because if a note would work, could you just go now and say, hey guys, please don't turn my computer off? It's not they're going to yank the plug and get pissed. Or they wouldn't do it when Josh went over and said, don't do it. I mean, what are you, 20 foot from the office? 15 feet? Okay, Josh, how from the office? You think 20 feet maybe?
The office is right down the hall.
Right. So go over, I'm not, don't do it. But you can go there right now and tell them, don't turn my computer off. But they probably wouldn't listen to it.
No.
Why would they listen to a message without on the computer?
Well, if Alex is in the middle of redoing Windows and they corrupt it,
If they shut it off, they're going to say, I don't care about the message. I would judge.
If Alex is in the middle of doing something on your computer and they come in the room, Alex can turn on the camera and see them and say something to him through the Teamviewer.
And you
Yeah,
think
but
that's
you're
going to
assuming-
stop him?
I'll stop. But you're assuming that they care what Alex or Gary thinks.
Right. Honestly, do you think? Okay, so I'll play caregiver for a minute. I know Josh is away. I'm going to go into his computer. Do you think someone coming on TeamViewer on a camera saying, "Hey, don't turn this computer off"? Okay, I won't. I'm going to reach over to the plug. I'm going to go, "Watch this." Yank. And not only did I shut the computer off, I may have just screwed it up. The bigger question is, why are they doing it? And are they using his computer and doing things on there that he doesn't know about? That would be what I would be concerned about.
I think they're looking at email. I would. In that instance.
Correct. They're probably looking at something that he doesn't want them to look at. And
I didn't like
Have they got your login information?
No, because I put a password on
So when you come back, you fill in your password every day?
it. Yep. It's automatic. When my print data comes on, it automatically logs back. Which means if Alex goes in my computer, he's the only one that knows my password. So he has to put in that password before he can even get in my computer.
Okay, well that's good, but they still can unplug it. Have they go? I mean, because I was thinking about this when you had said the other day. There's got to be a reason why they think that they're allowed to turn your computer off. Have they ever turned it off while you're there at night?
No.
Okay, just asking. Because there's got to be some reason they think they do it when you're at work during the day or something.
No, they don't turn it off when I'm at work.
Well, when do they turn it on?
Like when I come home from my aunt, basically when I come home from my aunt.
How often do you go in?
So maybe they think they're saving power or something. Who knows?
who knows? Yeah.
Or a fire hazard or something like that. I mean, all of us know that it's not a fire hazard, but that may be, somebody with nothing better to do in that office said, let's check with TVs, radios, and cell phone chargers left on.
Just I'll do the updates after you get home from your aunt. But just turn your computer off.
Right. I mean,
And
that's a
unplug it.
simple solution.
Just turn your computer off and unplug it while you're at your aunt's, and then I'll take care of whatever when you get back.
Hey, Alex, I tried to take the computer with me if I was him. I don't trust him with it. Damn computer might work.
Is this your main computer you're talking about, or your laptop, or both?
The new one
My
I
name,
made.
you don't think I'm that stupid that I'm gonna read that laptop there, do you?
Well, no, I don't know what you're taking or what you're not. I mean,
Right.
I'm not gonna read the laptop there.
No, but you
okay, well, that's fine. I just was trying to establish what was going on.
There's no one in my room to turn it off the laptop.
Okay.
I was told by Gary that the desktop does not use a lot of power. The thing that draws the power is the monitor.
Yeah.
No. The flat screen monitor doesn't draw any monitor. Go look at the TV. There's a red light on it. It's sleep mode right now. All the TVs in my house are on. So you can use the clicker. If they were off, the clicker wouldn't work.
So if he turns it off, do they have the ability to turn it on and bypass the password, Alex?
Now, no, not unless they are smart enough to plug in a Windows flash drive and completely redo the whole computer.
That's, I would think that would be unlikely.
Yeah, I would
But
agree.
if he's afraid that they're going to do that, I'm sure Gigabyte has a setting in its BIOS where we can go in and disable the USB ports.
Yeah, but they're not going to get into the data.
Let me here. Speaking of Gigabyte BIOSes, I have a question for somebody. On my new build, it's an AORS Gigabyte motherboard. And just because I'm old and slow, when it turns on, I would like to have it take a few seconds before it goes boom and flashes right through the BIOS and the post screen. I set that on my old HP desktop, so I've got like 5 seconds there.
where I can hit the escape key and get into the BIOS menu and all that stuff, and I cannot find a setting like that in this Gigabyte board.
There should be one that says fast boot.
Well, there is a fast boot setting, but I don't want it to fast boot. I want fast boot off or whatever.
The on or off.
If I remember correctly, that fast boot setting, at least on my mom's computer, you either have fast boot or ultra fast boot.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'll check that again to be sure, but
Actually,
They are going into reading my email.
hey, Alex,
They just
well, if they'd have to have your password to your computer and then to your email, unless you're set up like I am with some Thunderbird that automatically logs into your email.
No, I have my email. I have my email come through the Windows email app.
yeah. Quick question, both of you, Alex. I think I asked this before, but it's stupid, my question. But hey, if they aren't computer experts, they might get away with it. Have them not have them, but when they push the power button, have them go to sleep. And you can still get to it. And they'll think it went off because when they go to sleep, the fans turn on.
Oh, I can still, if the computer is, if I tell the computer to go into sleep mode, and the computer goes into sleep mode, you're telling me I can still connect?
You can do it with mine. I don't know every computer, obviously, but give it a try. Because they'll think they shut it off because the fan will go off, the screen will go off. And they'll, for whatever reason they shut it off, they'll go in another room. Life is good. You'll call in, and it should wake the machine up. Try it.
That way you do that on the new machine. Sleep mode on my, quote, relatively new HP laptop. When it got into sleep mode by itself, I could not wake the damn thing up no matter what I did. And I had to do what Doug suggested. And I went into every setting in Device Manager and shut off the ability for any device to put it into sleep mode. I did that after I did all the normal stuff about power settings and all of that.
I mean,
Are you sure it was sleep mode or hibernate?
I'm pretty sure it was sleep mode.
Notebook's running on hibernate, and that you can't wake up. Sleep mode you can.
You want to try that, Alan?
yeah, we can try that, but we're talking about something that happens once a month when you're at your aunt's, and you could always just unplug the computer, or worst case scenario, take the computer with you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna bring. I don't know how much that thing weighs, but I'm not gonna bring a 500-pound computer with me.
It's probably about 20 pounds, but that's still, you don't want to be taking your desktop with you.
No,
How long do you stay there? About a week?
no, I usually come in on a Friday and go home on a Monday.
It's a nice little vacation.
Yeah,
What about, don't they make some kind of locking thing for the actual power cord that can go in on the one side, one lock can go on the side that goes in, side of the cable that goes in the computer, the other side can go on the outlet so that they can't take the power cord out from either side. Does that make sense?
I mean, you guys know what you want. You guys, two things are happening. One, you're overthinking it, and you got to find out why they're doing it. They're doing it with no malice. They may just think it's wasting electricity and save that if they turn it off. They don't mean anything by it. But if they think you're trying to get away with something they don't want you to, hell, they might chainsaw the computer in half.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if it's just somebody said, "Oh, we're saving power," you know, they'll bring the cost down 3 cents a month.
Or if you got some bureaucratic rule that says when devices are unattended for so long in a client's room, you got to shut them off for safety reasons, you know? Yeah.
I have not done government, but I've seen it, and I bet you Jeff's seen stuff like that in his job. Well, you were telling us, Jeff, that you had to put budget under one and the other just to get a hard drive or something. because somebody wrote a weird rule. Or what'd you say? If you had a hard drive, you had to go to the operating for the hard drive or something?
Well, no, I got that was something else. But the thing of it, I got involved with software qualification, and we had procedures for everything. And if something got screwed up, the solution was to write a more detailed procedure, getting down into the weeds further and further.
That rabbit hole.
The idea was, I gotta take a call here.
It's better than Doug. We can always hear Doug's calls.
Yes, Gary.
A serious question. And please don't think I'm trying to get on you with this, but why do you have to go into it every month? What's got to be done?
Oh, I'm not saying I have to go into it every month. God just wants me to be able to get in when He needs me to do something.
Well, then he can call you up and say, hey, I need you to do something. I mean,
So, question. If he's at his aunt's house, you don't need to do anything on his computer that's in his room, right?
That is correct. I should not.
what's the
Solves the
reason?
problem.
I mean, I'm not, it's not my deal. I have nothing to do with it. But what's the reason you should? If
There's
you
only,
don't
a
get, I
couple
don't,
there's only a couple people that I would trust going into my hobby and reality.
why would you need to be there if you're at your aunt's?
Right, that's the
I
question.
don't.
Right. Can you
If
think
he's at
of...
his aunt's, I need to be on his laptop or on his aunt's computer where he's at.
Right.
I mean,
I wouldn't need to be on. I wouldn't need to be on his.
I'm not even adjusting your skills or anything. But, I mean, IT, my work, if we get on a computer once every 6 months, so, oh my God, what did you do to the computer? And we got people, and I'm not going to say what they make, but a lot more than you've been asking. They aren't touching computers. Like I said, every 6 months, it's oh my God. So why would you have to touch this computer? Updates happen, the Windows Defender runs, everything's getting checked, and if you put some other crap on there, it'll hopefully work together. He's got his games, he's got his stuff. What has to be changed? Why? I mean, if he calls up and says, something doesn't seem working right, get on there right away and check it out and see what the heck you did. But why would you have to call in next month when he's at his aunt's?
I wouldn't.
Don't worry about it. Let him turn the damn thing off. He's not there. They say 5 cents electric. Cool. I mean, I don't see a reason why, and I'm not knocking you, Alex, I don't see a reason why, whether you're trusted or not. I mean, what would you think you'd have to do? Windows update happens once a month, and over 1 billion people let that happen without anything. And he's not a company, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Windows Defender happens 4 or 5 days, times a day.
I don't use Windows Defender though.
You should be.
I don't.
Why?
I just don't use it.
What makes you special?
I just don't use it.
You are using some kind of program, though, for security, correct?
Yeah.
What's that?
The web room, the Best Buy, the software that Best Buy sells.
Don't put it on this new computer.
Why?
Defender's #1 or 2, depending on who you use.
Huh?
We're talking antivirus. Use Defender.
Okay.
Don't put any other crap on it. You don't need any other
I
crap.
have to agree with Gary on this one, Josh. This is the one time I will agree with Gary.
I got 30,000 computers running with that, and I don't have any viruses, so don't even worry about that. It's a non-starter.
I've never had a virus.
So, and Windows Defender gets updated 3, 4, 5 times a day. It happens in the background, you won't even see it. And Windows Update happens once a month, and there's over 1.5 billion computers that use Windows 10 and Windows 11. So if there is a bug, you're not running any printer, or you might be running one printer, you might have a call in once in a while from Alex, you got a monitor. I mean, what's going to go wrong at home? Now, if you were running a business, had other computers, and had barcode scanners, and highways that run in through there, and Wi-Fi for the salespeople that come in from out of town, I'd say, yeah, hold off 2 weeks on the updates. And if you're doing that, you're going to have the updates a week before to anybody else anyway. If not, that'll happen.
So I'm going to see if this actually is what's freezing Zoom up. I'm going to share my screen. And then, yeah, I changed it. And then I'm going to figure out which one I want, which I think is once.
But I don't mind how it's going in and out with me.
I don't anticipate me having to connect to your new computer that often
Cool.
at all.
Ken, I got my grandson. I'm just going to stay logged into Zoom.
That's fine. That's fine.
If you guys leave, don't worry about it.
We're going to take a motorcycle.
So that's what's locking it up. But real quick, I'll show you this. This is my son right here. This is one of his baseball buddy friends from when we grew up, and I'm not sure who this guy was. Somebody he knows. Why can't I move this forward? Because Zoom's in the way. Hold on. And the court, we had good seats. We were this was the opposite. We were right in this area, but on this side, obviously. Halftime score. The first thing I thought of was Mitch, but I would like to go to that concert. That was my last plate of food. I sent that picture to Robert, and he said, "Boy, those shrimp look good."
What did you send me, the first plate of food?
I think so, yeah. This was looking out at the garage that they're putting in. I just thought that was pretty cool. They put the schedule up there, and that was the first plate of food.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah. And then Lorna said, "So how's it going at the game?" So I took a selfie and tried to include what I could include. And then that's the field house. I'd never been in that place until today. A lot of fun. So yes, that's what's locking it up, because as soon as I did that, I looked, as the stream did not continue. So interesting to know that. I've already politicked for tickets to the 500.
It's a shame Josh can't use Ethernet, because if he could, he could leave the computer turned off at his aunt's, and I could turn it on remotely from completely powered off by using Wake on LAN like I did at the college.
You can start a computer that's
some Wi-Fi that won't work.
Has anybody asked, again, hat in hand, but not going too deep, why he can't?
I don't think he wants to, number one. Number two.
That's probably at least twice as fast.
Oh, easily twice as fast, yeah.
Well, of course, you only got one gig up and down when you hit your special.
But I got him to plug in his aunt's computer into the router. So.
I mean, is there a little bit of problem with them, or they just didn't think he cared?
I don't know. How far away is the office from your room, Josh?
Right down the hall.
10 feet? 15 feet?
Probably about, I don't know, 10, 15 feet.
Okay. If they would allow you to plug a cable in, would you plug a cable in? The Ethernet cable?
Yeah, if they allow it.
Pardon?
Yeah, if they allow it.
Okay. All you can do is ask. The worst thing they're going to tell you is no.
And listen, just ask nice. Don't get arguing. I'm just, can I plug a Ethernet into the router?
Yeah.
But there's only one route that has the internet cable, and that's the small one.
Don't worry what it has or has. Just ask them politely. Can we have pizza Friday night? You might say yes, but until you ask, you don't know.
Yeah, I think we all understand that it comes into a room, and it's going to go into a router or a modem, then a router, and it ask them, can you plug an Ethernet cable into the router and run that cable into your room? Now, if they say no because it's a hazard, it's got to be on the floor, then you politely thank them and you go back in your group and you say, okay, what if it's long enough that I can put it on the ceiling across the door panels? And they say no, then what if you say, is there a basement? Can we run it under the floor? But until you ask and start hearing what the obstacles are, you don't know what to do.
Might not get open court. That's what they said.
Yeah. I mean, you just never know.
I mean, like Jeff said, I've seen weird things because if somebody on their side has to say what they did overnight with unplugging your computer. We're going back to that though. Every night check client, make sure all power's on. Why? Well, because it'll take 10 minutes of my time.
Yeah.
Probably have a checklist of what I did last night, right? You know, check to make sure he was having no trouble sleeping.
Oh, Josh, have you ever before asked them if you could plug the cable in, or did they just give you the password when you give you the password to the Wi-Fi and say here's the Wi-Fi password when you moved in?
They just gave me the Wi-Fi password. I already knew the Wi-Fi password before I even moved in, because that other room let me have an internet cable. There's only one room they have an internet cable.
I just curious. So you never asked them for if you could plug the cable in. They just gave you the Wi-Fi password and you took it.
Well, I asked them for the internet cable. I didn't have to ask them for the internet cable when I was in the other room, because the internet cable was already there.
So why can't you move back into that other room?
Because it's too small and I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
But they did have cable in there. Ethernet.
Yeah, that room had the internet cable in it.
So you can have it. There's no reason you can't have it in here.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So this whole conversation has nothing to do with it. You can have it.
Right, probably.
So you got to buy a $20 cable and all the speed problems go away.
Yeah.
I'll say 10 or 15, but 20 makes me happy. That way you can't argue how much it is. I mean, I can't.
Get a Cat 16 cable from Walmart for $15.
How long? 20 feet, you said? 25?
50 foot.
Oh.
You can get I was going to get a 100-foot cable to run under the house from my bedroom if I can get it when I run a cable, and a 100-foot cable is only 26 bucks. An outdoor Cat 6 cable.
So, I mean, that fixes the speed problem. Because the Wi-Fi will never be faster than the Ethernet. Well, in the foreseeable future, how's that?
Did I just hear you say Wi-Fi is considerably faster than Ethernet, or did I misunderstand that?
If I did, I laugh it.
Was that with tongue in cheek?
I think I said Ethernet. I said that I did say it incorrectly.
Okay. I thought I heard that as I was walking by.
I said Wi-Fi will never be faster than Ethernet.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
And then I said foreseeable future.
Yeah, the long foreseeable future.
You can get 10 gig Ethernet right now in your router. Can't from the cable company either. And their Ether's going to blow out about 1 gig right now. With Wi-Fi 6E is an Edward.
You know, my brother and I had a discussion again tonight as why don't I just go Wi-Fi? I'm like, because I don't want to.
And because you're paying for a gig connection, 900 down, 900 up, or something like that, and you would never, if you use Wi-Fi, you would never
No, I
be able
won't
to
get
use your
that.
full connection.
No, I know. So Arizona and TCU just went into overtime. Trying to follow that game a little bit. We got about 16 minutes before we're going to hit the 2-hour mark. And
So do you have money bet on the Final Four and whatnot?
the Final Four will be determined a week from tonight. This is cutting it down to the 16 best teams, and then next week it'll cut down to the Final Four. The teams I wanted to win today didn't even stand a chance, so I wished I'd have known my son could have got tickets to the NCAA tournament that was in Indianapolis this week, because I would have attended one or two of those games. That would have been fun, especially since those seats are the seats that he gets for all events. And I reached out tonight and I said, can you get tickets to the rock concert that's coming up? And he said he thought he could, but then I got to thinking, I bet the suites are not open for rock concerts. Would be nice, but I bet they're not.
Hey, Gary?
Yes, sir.
I'm guessing you have an answer to this question. Why did Microsoft take out the ability to play DVDs, starting with Windows 8?
I mean, answer that question best. I don't know how. I have played with DVDs on Windows 11, but I don't do it. I don't. You don't have a DVD in your notebook. I don't. Or you may have. But I didn't know they did. What doesn't play DVDs? Any player will play them.
To the best of my knowledge, ever since Windows 8, the original Windows 8 came out, Microsoft has removed the DVD decoder, the DVD function from Windows Media Player or the Windows Movie app.
DVD music or DVD movie?
DVD movie. DVD video.
MP4. I've.
No, I'm talking about, like, you go to the store, you buy a DVD,
Okay,
physical DVD, and put it in the.
if you're right. I don't know. But I swear that's them.
What the plan for Thursday night, for Tuesday night, I mean? Are we gonna do a green ball, or are we just gonna do it from the end?
I want to try to do it from the image first, just to see how it works, and if it don't work, then we do a clean install.
Okay.
Are you live streaming this or just going to do it?
I was gonna record it and send it to Doug, so Doug could share it after it's recorded.
Okay.
Well, you want a live stream again?
I don't know how we could do that.
Huh?
I don't know how we could do that, because if he's connecting to your computer and observing through a laptop camera, I don't know how I could live stream that.
What do you mean? Me and him get on Zoom, and then he shows me his camera. He points his camera to where I can see the screen.
Cause I was thinking of either using my iPad or
Okay.
using my phone, whatever is better.
Well, your phone would be better because it's a little less heavier and less bulky to run. Okay, and then you get on Zoom, and then you're what, going to share your screen?
No. We get on Zoom, and because to restore the image, because you got to boot up from the flash drive to restore the image, he would show me using his phone, or using his tablet, or using his webcam that he can move around. He would show me the screen
Okay.
with the Mac and we select on it, booted with the computer booted off of the flash drive, and then I would tell him what buttons to click on Mac and reflect to restore the image. And then once the image gets restored, then I can log into the Teamviewer.
So you're not okay. So how would I be able to live stream that? Is my question.
I would be able to live stream it because I would be on.
Right. Once you get to that point, there's no way to live stream it prior to that point. Right? Or can you?
Right, I have to be on Zoom in order to be able to live stream it, either through the laptop or through the phone, through his phone, or through his laptop, or through his tablet, or whatever.
Does he have a holder or a stand for his phone?
No. I would just be holding my phone.
It's gonna be a bit shaky.
When we did it the other day, to restore the Windows 11 image to his aunt's computer, after we tried to downgrade it to Windows 10, when we did it the other day, he had his laptop and he had his webcam plugged into his laptop, and he just turned the webcam around to film the screen
No, that would work.
of his aunt's computer.
I could tell you the phone with the camera around.
That's how we did it the other day, and that worked. It took a little bit because
I could put the camera around and you could see the screen that way.
How long does he gotta hold the camera?
Yeah, really.
20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour?
just as long as it takes for me to be able to make out what it says on the screen and be able to tell him what buttons to click on.
How long is it going to take for that to get to the point where you can remote in on TeamViewer on that machine?
I don't think it'll take long at all.
And as long as he can show me the screen good enough so I can tell him what buttons to click, the image will restore, it reboot the machine, and then I should immediately be able to log into TeamViewer if the restore was successful.
Right. No one's arguing that. The question is, how long is it going to take to restore?
What are you restoring?
Always restoring from his external. It would be restoring from his external hard drive to the SSD in the Dell computer. So it probably wouldn't take longer than 10
This is the new computer gonna restore stuff too? You're just gonna copy stuff, not restore.
Wait, what?
No, we're going to restore.
Jim's wants all that trouble to have a perfect Windows 10.
No, we're not
No,
talking about the new computer, no.
That's Thursday. I think, aren't you guys talking about Thursday?
No.
No.
Oh. Like Ken said, open your eyes. Maybe I misunderstood.
No, we're not talking about the new computer. We're talking about taking the image.
Okay, but I thought you were going to do it. I'm sorry, okay, do it.
We're talking about taking the image of the HP that I've already made today and try to put it on the Dell, see how it works. If it doesn't work, we just clean install it and put all hard things back on, and she'll be able to log in with the passwords through Microsoft Edge. But we're not talking about the new computer.
Yeah, scared the hell out of me. That's as pristine as it'll ever be. That's like your base. You might want to make it.
No. I would never do something like that. And after Doug puts his log me in rescue software on the new computer, then I'm gonna make another. Then I'm gonna make an image of it. So there always will be
Right, but the only time I could meet Doug is if I can't get a hold of you.
right. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna let Doug put his software on it, and then make an image of the new computer once you get everything installed, so that if something goes wrong, we can have a
It's only available Thursday.
No, I'm gonna send Doug an email Friday saying I'm done doing the setup. Can you remote into Saturday and put your blocker on?
I mean, logging in is a real small program. It's even smaller than Teamviewer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I don't know where you get the time of it.
you have to do it like we did it before. I have to remote in to your computer over TeamViewer, like I normally do, and you'll give me the code for the log me in. I'll put the code in, and you'll set it up.
Right,
Like we did it on your HP.
right. And I have the password for the Microsoft account because I'm the one that made it.
Alex, I checked and I did not know. They said Windows 7 was the last time they had a DVD player.
Yes, Windows 7 is the last operating system that they actually included a DVD codec or whatever you call it in
Yeah, you can call it again. Empire will play it though. I didn't know. Haven't
So
tried it.
now I on everybody's computer that I do, I just throw VLC on there and don't worry about it because I know VLC will play. Because the reason why I bring that up is because they was wanting to play a movie at church Tuesday. They wanted to play a DVD. And I had mentioned to my mom that Windows 10 doesn't come with a DVD player codec by default, so she would have to install VLC.
Or a small codec. There's a difference.
Right.
Hey, Ken,
Yeah.
you made a comment about you mentioning my wife.
Yes.
She's going in for cardiac Wednesday. Because they want to decide if she's good enough for the chemo in their heart.
Okay.
The one with the real bad shit and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're going to put a thing in her neck. And she's 62.
How's her spirits?
Hmm?
How is her spirits?
90% of the time fine. 10% she goes, no, she didn't want to smoke. Don't get me wrong. I just smoked. You're working at a factory or something. You know. Not meaning that. It was like,
Yeah. No.
I don't think wine at some holiday, you know, a little grape wine, a little Passover, she probably hasn't drank a bottle of booze in her life. She's never tried to smoke cigarettes, even as a kid. She didn't like to smell them. Or, you know,
Yeah.
hey, that smells good, let's put smoke in my face.
Yeah.
She's not even outside. She likes fireplaces, but she's not an outside, you know, burning fire and sniffing around it. Never worked outside of an office or outside of going to your office. I mean, she never worked in an environment that would be some problem. She blamed a couple of houses we got when they were new, figuring the carpet smells and stuff like that, but other than that, nothing. Then the last one was being my humor. She said probably that for some 3-year-old kid in China for making my clothes. A little humor. That's what she was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, let me end the stream real quick. We're right at our 2-minute mark, so let me give some shout outs to Great Guy, Kenny Witten, Matthew Camp, Jeff Ryman. Catherine was here earlier, but she's long gone. Robert did make a comment. He's been in and out watching. Tony Wallow, believe that was Matthew Camp was here. Jason Berry Conment, I don't know how you say his name. He spoke earlier. He likes Gary's dog. And I believe that was about everybody. So thank you guys. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow night. Probably about the same time. She does work again tomorrow. And hopefully she'll get off a little sooner so we can get here and get the ball rolling much quicker. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Thank you for watching.
Good.